movies. We watch movies. You listen to us talk about movies that we watched without you.
It's beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, I think that other one's buzzing.
Actually, use this one. Actually, no, that one's
You tell me. Which one sounds better?
Sounds good.
How about both at the same time?
Yeah, just double it.
Stereo, please.
What happens
The
if we do
Beatles
that?
invented stereo. Did you know that?
They did?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
John was like, why don't we put the music on both songs?
Oh, that sounds good, John. I wrote a song about an octopus.
Octopus?
Hey, Paul. You get blisters on my fingers.
That's what he says when he plays that song, because he
Yes.
plays it so hard.
With the Beatles.
Yes, the Beatles.
Yes.
I'm original Beatles drummer Pete Best.
No, you know, he's the fifth Beatle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kicked out because I was too handsome.
Yes. No, I'm the hot one. I'm Ringo. I'm the cute one, they say.
No, that was Paul.
No, Paul's the shy one. I'm the
No.
cute one.
Hey, it's pretty a big bummer to miss out on all this success, guys.
George is the quiet one.
You know, I came
And
up with
John-
There's a quiet one and a shy one.
He's the shy one and the quiet one. There's a
You
lot
said-
of shy boys
He's
in the
quiet,
Beatles.
but he's not quite shy.
No,
He's very loud.
he's the young one. Yes, he's the youngest of them of all. And
Please tell me you're recording.
I am recording all of
Okay.
this.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, we got the Beatles.
Yeah, there's Dracula Beetle
Hello,
over there.
I am Dracula Beatles.
Ringo,
Nice.
you're gonna be in Windstar soon.
Yes, I'm going to suck all the blood of all the records. The records.
Oh,
This is
you're
fun.
That is fun.
It's improv, fun.
Ringo, what songs do you play when you tour?
Well, I play We're Locked to Be Under the Sea of an Octopus's Garden in the Shade. I play that song all the time.
That's the full title of the one song.
I redid the title and now it's just that.
The All-Stars, they just sit there.
They just hear me talking about octopuses.
How does it do sketchers really help you drum?
I had a little help from my friends.
And sketches.
And sketches. They help support my feet and my arches. Yes.
Ringo, you have $1 billion. Why are you losing your hair
Now
still?
you're starting to sound Australian. I have a big nose.
The Beatles were in movies.
They were in movies.
Films.
It was a hard day's night.
Yellow Submarine.
Yes. I am the walrus. Had a
Christmas
music
one.
video. Yes. All right, this is us. All right, that's great. Super Gamescast.
Across the universe.
Yes, that was a very bad movie.
The one with Sean Penn where he's simple.
I'm Sam.
That one.
Yes, that's a Beatles movie.
The classic Beatles movie.
Yes, it's a Beatles movie. Also, the Bob Dylan biopic, I'm Still Here, had the Beatles in it.
What?
Yes. You see that movie, I'm Still Here?
I have not.
It's okay. It's kind of interesting because it has like 5 different people playing Bob Dylan.
Including a woman.
Including a woman. Who would have thunk?
Hello, it's me, Yoko. I'm the Lady Beetle.
Hello, Yoko.
Hey, Ringo, you cuck.
You're going to play number 9 for us, Riz. You screwed up the Beatles. Ooh. I'm the
Whoa.
ghost of John Lennon.
Whoa, this is Spooktober Halloween.
Yes. Spooktober Halloween. I was murdered. Anyway, that's how we're starting the show today.
That's good.
That's a great intro.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. We can end the show now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Super FilmsCast 64.
But wait, we didn't do Twitter questions.
No, we don't need to
No.
do Twitter questions once we have a great show like that. A great start to the
True.
show with Ghost, John Lennon, and Ringo and Yoko.
Mm-hmm. The whole crew.
The whole gang.
Pete Best was there. I almost forgot about Pete.
Well, everyone forgets about Pete.
Well, they're all walking out together. Thank you guys for coming.
Hey, thanks guys for coming by. Yeah, it's been fun.
It's great that Pete's been able to make peace with them after, they really ruined a huge opportunity he had being part of the biggest band of all time.
Yeah. Are they the biggest?
Are the Beatles the biggest
band
band
of all time?
Yeah, the Beatles are the biggest.
I'm just being
band of all
contrarian.
time.
I mean,
man.
are they bigger than U2?
Are they bigger than God? Are they bigger than Jesus? That's the real question.
Not a band.
Well, sir,
If he wanted to be a band,
he
could have.
It's like if the Troops decided to make a football team, they would be the best football team.
They
Right,
would,
but that's
the
like
Troops.
saying LeBron James the best NFL player because he was good at tight end in high school.
If he wants to be, he can be. Okay.
No.
Who's you to say?
Me?
Who is you to say?
Who is you to say?
Me is the official judge of sports and music.
That's why
The
John
sports-
Stockton is the only.
John Stockton is the best point guard. Period.
Ew, gross. Why would you say that?
He was the best passer ever.
Okay.
Passed the ball better
Thank
than
you.
anyone.
Don't say the other word.
What, white?
This is Super FilmsCast 64. This is the show where we discuss movies
In films.
and films.
John Stockton.
And John Stockton and the Beatles.
We're recording from Abbey Road.
We are recording from Abbey Road. This is our special show from Abbey Road.
And John doesn't have his shoes on.
No, actually, it's Paul who doesn't have his shoes on. Yeah,
That's because Paul's rotting corpse is in the corner.
Yes, I'm dead. Ooh.
Paul's?
If you listen,
Yeah. Paul's dead.
yeah, he's dead. If you listen to the White
Oh,
Album
right.
backwards, you can hear
After he
Paul
lost everything
is
in that
dead.
divorce, including his life.
Yeah, he did.
Well, his wife lost a leg.
Yeah, she doesn't have a leg, bro.
Oh, so what?
So she deserved
Who's your favorite Beatle?
Paul.
Paul.
George. Changed my mind.
Okay. George.
I'm a real big fan of Yellow Submarine, so I'm gonna go Ringo.
Okay. John was always kind of my favorite, but I appreciate Paul's longevity. Now, it's kind of unfair because
you mean he
didn't
wasn't
get
murdered?
Yeah, it's a little unfair, but I appreciate Paul's business attitude towards things. We got to have some realism, fellas.
Yeah,
It's not all about
smart business decisions like letting Michael Jackson buy up
exactly
all the Beatles songs.
It's not all about sleeping in bed together, John. Okay, it's not all about growing your hair long. It's about business.
They all did that.
Adam.
Yeah, that's kind of what they were famous for a while.
Well, didn't he get the whole beard and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
had a beard at one.
Well, he was the hairier of the four.
Jared Leto was only in one movie about their lives.
He
And that
was?
John. Yeah, he played Mark David Chapman. He gained
Yeah, you're right. He
100
did.
pounds.
And he did it in the worst way. He ate like melted ice cream. Like he didn't even go like the cool route where you eat like frozen ice cream. He had it melted.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Quicker.
Weirdo.
Idiot.
Easy. You can eat more of it. You can
but you
drink it with a straw.
But you eat pizza.
also, at
beer,
that
and
point,
ice cream.
you're drinking ice cream.
Yeah, you're just drinking it.
What,
It's just drinking milkshake. Why
Do you
don't you just drink a milkshake?
do you drink soup? Or do you eat soup?
You drink the broth and you eat the meats and vegetables.
But would you say I'm eating my soup?
Depends. Is it a tomato soup?
It's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50?
Is it a
It's
bisque?
a chicken noodle.
I would say I'm consuming.
Okay, that's the good way to do it. Trey, what you been watching?
What have I been watching?
Yeah.
I watched a little Stranger Things, like the rest of America.
Yeah.
Watched 2 episodes of that. I know you've seen a bit of it. And by the way, we didn't introduce the cast yet. This is
interesting.
Adam Fuller. What interesting?
No, I was just.
Are you saying I'm a bad host?
Well,
Adam?
I don't know. You were just there looking through your phone at something.
Well, someone tweeted at me. I'm trying to look at the Twitter questions. I'm doing a
so
lot
hard
here.
being popular.
It's really tough being popular, Adam. I don't think you understand that.
I don't, because no one will introduce me on my own
I know.
podcast.
I know. This is Adam Fullerton.
Hey, that's
who's
me.
the true hero of the show.
I don't think that's true.
And then over here we have Spencer Hall, the true hero of the show as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. How you doing, Spencer?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah, I am too. I was up for 24 hours the other day and yesterday, and I
Just playing Mario.
just playing Mario Odyssey.
It's amazing you
24
have time
hours.
to watch anything with
I know.
Mario.
Well, that did kind of cut into my Stranger Things time.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You got weeks like that.
Just got to play that Mario Odyssey.
of course.
I'm trying to think if I watched anything besides Stranger Things. I think I did.
Yeah, you watched a movie today.
Well, I did watch a movie today, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Me and Adam and I saw The Killing of a Strange Deer. I'm kidding. Killing of a Sacred Deer, right?
Yeah.
Or Goofy Deer. Killing of a Goofy Deer. What do you think the movie would have been if it was titled Killing of a Goofy Deer?
Well, it probably could have been exactly the same.
Yeah.
Would have had more yucks.
Hey guys.
It's like the Disney Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah, it would have been a little funnier maybe. It wasn't that funny of a movie. I saw.
I disagree. I think that movie's hilarious.
You think it's hilarious?
Yeah. Legitimately, I think it's hilarious.
Okay. I'm interested in that take.
Okay. Well, I have scorching hot takes on this movie.
Really?
Coming up. Stay tuned.
Okay. So, you want to talk about Stranger Things right here, I guess?
Let's talk. Spencer, you watched a little Stranger Things too, right?
I just finished episode 4 before I came down here. So that is just so we know.
I've only seen 2 episodes.
Oh, you only seen 2 episodes?
Yes.
What happens? What's the last thing you saw?
The last thing I watched the Ghostbusters episode where they did the whole commercial for Ghostbusters. Yeah, the Halloween episode. And then I guess at the end...
The commercial for Ghostbusters?
Yeah, just a whole 80s. Hey, kids, you remember Ghostbusters?
You think that... See, I saw you tweet that, and I disagree.
Okay.
I think that there's... Culture just infects everything that we do. And if it was about something today, and they were the Ghostbusters, it wouldn't be that weird. But because it's supposed to be set in the 80s, and they play 80s music, and they do all that, it just feels like it because you notice it.
Yeah, you probably have a point. I think I'm more upset with... I think I'm more annoyed with the people surrounding the people who are kind of overindulging in the 80s nostalgia of everything needs to be 80s nostalgia and, oh, hey, I saw that it ripped off Stranger Things. And it's like, well, no, it was... I think it's more of and it's no fault of the show itself. It's not their fault. It's just people, going crazy over all this 80s stuff.
Right, yeah. No, I think nostalgia is definitely something that's overplayed.
Yeah.
But I also think that...
I think when they're playing the theme and then everyone's kind of doing the photo shoot, their moms are taking the photos, I think that was I was fine with it. I just noticed it more than usual. Does that make sense?
Man, I don't know. I just I get what you're saying. I just don't see it the same way.
Okay.
I don't think that's a commercial for Ghostbusters.
Oh no, I was joking with commercial for Ghostbusters. No, I don't think it's some kind of commercial ploy.
Right.
No, I totally think it's a cultural thing. I totally think it's about that time and place. It would be like if they did Ninja Turtles in a 90s TV show.
Right.
But I just think it's like it's so evident. It's so hammered in with the theme song and them, dressing up. If they're just dressing up, that would be one thing. But you had to play the theme song, and then it was a whole scene of them getting ready. It was just...
But that's like building an excitement for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's more of like being Halloween as a kid than it is, hey, Ghostbusters.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
no, I can see that too.
You can't... the movie, or the series takes place in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it would be way worse if they just put them in like some generic... It just wouldn't. Yeah, just like, all right, we're all kids with sheets over our heads.
No, I understand that 100%. I think, and I've noticed something too, is I think I'm way too critical about movies and TV shows. I think I seem to be more critical about movies and shows than I am about like video games, because I think about, like, I've not really said anything negative about a video game we've talked about on our FilmsCast, but like for some reason with even stuff I like, I'm more critical about it. And maybe I should just stop being critical about things like that. I don't know.
It would make for a very boring podcast if you were just like, yeah, everything was great how it was.
Yeah. Some podcasts are like that. Some people are like that. And that annoys me too when people are just too overjoyed about something.
I agree.
But like I heard someone's like, I'm so excited for Jigsaw. Like, really? Okay. You're just excited because it's a big brand name. But that person in general.
Ready to get some of that Jigsaw cash.
Yeah, get that cash. No, I thought... I did like, though, that no one knew the costume. And it sort of was a kind of an interesting picture of that time and place. Like when they went trick-or-treating, they're like, oh, are you exterminators? They didn't know what the reference was.
Yeah.
Which I kind of can relate to that because I did a lot of those kind of costumes as a kid where no one knew who I was except for me.
Yeah.
And I also kind of liked it because I think we are so entrapped with pop culture now that, everyone kind of knows what's big in pop culture. Oh, I can recognize that's a Game of Thrones costume. I can recognize that's this movie or that movie for the most part. But like back then, there wasn't any of that. It was, something like Ghostbusters had a mass appeal, but not a mass appeal. Not everybody knew what you were. Does that make sense? Or
I disagree with that as well.
Really?
I think that things infiltrated way more.
Really? I think it's more now because just things are out there more. I think
there's so many more things now that there's not anything that has as broad of appeal as like a Ghostbusters.
But I think things are more. I think nerd culture things are more acceptable today though than they were back then. So I think people would get more references today than they would back in the 80s, where you might not see all the movies, you might not hear about all these movies coming out.
Right, but do you think parents today are keeping up with all the latest movies and nerd culture?
No, but they see it more. Maybe I don't know. You might be right. I have a point. Maybe I'm just out of it today, but I don't know. I think that things are more recognizable today than they were back then.
My thing is that yes, but you're exposed to so many more things.
Yeah,
and that there's so much like fracturing that there's not anything that's kind of singularly as influential as like a Ghostbusters was back then, and that's why we get all these reboots because those things have a kind of broad appeal that.
But you can also say is they have a broad appeal because kids that age then are now 30 and 40 now, and you're going to get that
too.
Yeah. Anyway, how are you enjoying the season so far?
I think it's been all right.
Yeah.
It's slow off the top, and not necessarily in a bad way. It just has to reset and get everything to go. I don't think that it's. I'm almost done with the 7th episode, which is a pointless episode.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird because they don't need to do that, right? Like,
well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
When you get renewed before you have a season, you're slated to have 10 episodes.
Yeah. Then you kind of have to make that work 10 episodes.
Yeah. And one of the Duffer brothers was like, yeah, it was almost like a different pilot.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it just kind of takes away from the story. It's like the Lost episode with the two people,
Nikki and Paolo. So it's its own kind of.
It's not its own thing.
Show.
There's like one of the characters gets involved in it, but it is a kind of a totally separate.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Sometimes that's good. Sometimes
thing.
that's bad. I mean, but it seems like a show like this that wouldn't really be necessary, right? Like you have the Fly episode of Breaking Bad, which people hated. I love that.
I love.
Great. Yeah.
I love the Fly as well.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to break that up, but I just feel like with a show that's 10 episodes and it's real. I mean, it doesn't need that.
Yeah, or like if you guys,
I haven't seen it, but
if you watched the 2nd season of Master of None, there's the whole episode where it's like just follows 3 like completely people that aren't even part of the series.
Yeah.
There's like the deaf lady, I think, and so it's like 10 minutes and there's no just audio.
Silence.
Where it's like, it doesn't really have anything to do with the story, but it's still an interesting episode and you can enjoy it, but it doesn't contribute to the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
I remember most infamously is the South Park. I think it was season 1 of South Park where they're trying to find out who Cartman's dad is, and it was a cliffhanger.
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
the Denver Broncos.
And
was it?
It was there was a cliffhanger at the end of the season, and the first episode, instead of solving the mystery, they had a special Terrence and Phillips episode of the 2nd season. Great. Yeah, that was amazing. That's a troll job. That's great. So I haven't seen that episode yet, but that's episode 7.
Episode 7.
Okay.
I would say, and I haven't finished the episode, and I haven't finished the season.
Okay.
But I've read things talking about how it's a bad episode.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah, I bet that I bet it might be revisited. I bet there's gonna be fans of that episode, and there's always people who are like, I'm a fan of Nikki and Paulo episode, and it wasn't that bad of an episode too. Like that was it was kind of making fun of their mistakes, in a way. It was like, hey, we effed up. We're just gonna kind of have fun now with this.
It's a DVD extra that they aired as a
pretty much
entire episode.
It was like, hey,
an entire hour-long episode.
Look, I was more upset with season 3 of Lost when they had 3 episodes of just different perspectives of the first episode, and then they had the freaking tattoo episode, how Jack got his tattoos. Like that was stupid. And I think the worst thing, now I don't mean to get on a tangent, but with Lost is the previews for the next episode, because they would always be like, next episode, 5 mysteries total will be solved, and nothing was ever resolved. It was ridiculous. The promo people sucked on that show. They always there was one promo where it looked like Sawyer was about to shoot Jack, but it was like they were just cutting images of Sawyer about to shoot a boar, and then him looking at Jack. It was ridiculous.
Did you watch Mad Men when it was on TV?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those Mad Men next times were always amazing.
Like what?
It was just cuts of people walking in and out of a room, and then nothing. One word.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Huh? No. Oh. Yeah.
It was just because nothing really happened, and they just wouldn't give away anything.
Nope.
And the episode descriptions were like that too. It was like Dawn encounters a problem.
Peggy resolves a problem. Yeah, it's funny.
I've still never watched Mad Men.
You should, man. It's a good little show.
So many episodes though.
It is a lot.
There's a long.
It's worth it though, I would say.
Yeah.
It's up there in probably one of the best shows ever. Did you ever watch The Wire, Adam?
I did.
Or Spencer?
I've watched it multiple times.
Okay. That's a good one too.
I watched the first episode, and I think what took me out of it, I'll still hopefully watch it eventually, but what took me out of the first episode is when they encounter a computer, and they're like, what's this? I'm like, it took me aback, and I was like, whoa, this is old. This is weird, but it's like it's a show that was of the time, but now that almost makes it stick out.
I think there's certain things that are so relevant. I think the thing that really stuck with me was the education system, the fourth season with that.
As it goes along, it gets better.
Yeah,
but the first season, especially early on,
it kind of kicks your butt.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, this is early 2000s.
Yeah,
very obviously.
Yeah. And I think the second season's one of those seasons where you kind of look back and say, oh, that's a good season. But then the third season was the best, I thought. Where it was sort of more back to the Avon Barksdale and all that stuff, Stringer Bell. And
fourth season was my favorite.
But I enjoyed that arc the best. But I think I enjoyed I think that, I don't know if that makes sense. I enjoyed sort of how they did that arc with the 4 kids. And I don't know if that was the statistic they were kind of trying to do a metaphor of, 1 in 4 kids will make it or something. I don't know, but it was interesting how it kind of started and ended. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. Yeah,
for sure.
Stranger Things.
Why do you think it's so popular?
Why is Stranger Things so popular?
Unless you had something else you were.
One thing I was gonna say that's kind of to that is, I do think they're doing a good job of keeping it interesting, but it's definitely. The second season was always going to be more challenging because part of what made season 1 such a phenomenon, it had that kind of mystique where there wasn't a ton of stuff like it. You know, I mean, there's always been nostalgia, but having a bunch of a very young actor driven show set in that time, really playing up the nerd culture, that definitely kind of came out of left field. So now that that's become more mainstream, trying to keep the aura of season 1 and driving the story, I think they're doing a pretty decent job.
Episodes in, and it's one of those shows where it's sort of like Game of Thrones, where I kind of have a problem with the fan base surrounding it in a way, but both of those shows, though, I watch and I enjoy them. I like those shows; they're enjoyable. And I think even more with Stranger Things. I really enjoy watching it, and I enjoy the sci-fi aspects of it. I enjoy that big old monster, the main monster, the big one,
Demogorgon.
Huh? Yeah. No, the new one. big Lovecraftian looking monster. You're looking at the breaking news?
I was.
Oh.
Ezekiel Elliott suspended, everyone.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Ezekiel Elliott suspended.
R.I.P. Chandler.
Yep.
I know you're listening.
All right. Ooh. Oh, one of your buddies, fantasy?
Yeah.
Cousin? Yeah.
He's already the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
And now.
Nope. That sucks. Already suspended. No, and I don't know. Maybe I need to have it come to Jesus with myself about letting people and fans influence the way I think about shows, because I probably shouldn't.
Right.
Because I enjoy watching it. I enjoy the first 2 episodes. I really like the sheriff. I think he's an awesome character.
I think that dude is, when I watch him,
Yeah.
I get the same feelings that I did when I watched Chris Pratt
Yeah.
in Parks and Rec.
A little bit, yeah.
Where he gives a performance that's different, but he's just like likable.
Yeah.
In a way, and I think that's a huge thing, and I don't really know why he's not in more stuff. I'm sure he's going to start popping up in
Hellboy. Isn't he Hellboy?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
he is Hellboy.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll be in more stuff. Yeah, I get that. He's sort of that everyman, but he's likable, and
he puts a lot of emotion into his lines in subtext.
Yeah.
And sells it really well, and does in an everyman sort of way where he can be sort of sarcastic and also like mean.
Yeah.
And do some sort of all these sort of things with his voice and just the way he delivers his lines that I think is really nice and appealing, and you can just be like, hey, this guy seems cool, and you kind of root for him.
They did a really good job. I mean, they didn't do casting in general, like from season 1 here. All the actors are great. 11's great. It's very well casted. I don't know how to feel about that new girl and the brother.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I love the brother.
Yeah?
I think he is awesome.
He looks like total 80s bully trash.
Wait till you get to the basketball scenes.
Yeah.
It's sick. Pure 80s.
I dig that stuff.
Awesome.
They do a very good job. And I know I just criticized like the Ghostbusters thing. I liked it. It was just sort of like something I noticed more. I do enjoy how they kind of lean into like the tropes of 80s movies
Absolutely.
and stuff. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
80s bully mullet with a porn kind of mustache, and that's perfect. Smoking everywhere, being a jerk.
Do you think,
kind of psychotic bullies, like they're going to murder you maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mad Max so far is, she's a really good actress.
Okay.
She'll, for me at least, she's been doing a good job, and she'll get a little bit more
fleshed
development.
Out. Yeah. Right now, it's sort of just, she's kind of that generic tomboy kind of girl. But after a while.
How do you like Sean Astin?
Oh, my God. He is the best.
Out of nowhere, Sean Astin.
I love Sean Astin He is so good. I mean, that's hilarious. I'm a big Sean Astin P1, so, I mean, if Sean Astin acted like a fucking goober, it's amazing.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Sam now. He's turned into Samwise Gamgee a little bit.
He looked like Sam when he was
But
Sam.
a little more Samwise. Like, he wasn't stuffing his cheeks with, like, tissue paper this time around. Like, he's starting to get into Samwise Gamgee. Like, he's kind of
he's looking like Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, a little bit.
I got, like, a notification on Twitter, I guess, whenever the season premiered.
Yeah.
It was like 4 people followed Sean Astin. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why are people following Sean Astin? And then I started watching.
There he is. How do you feel about Sean Astin in the show?
I think it's fine. He's fine. I don't think his character really has a place. I think we're just like, we can get Sean Astin.
That makes sense.
Well, I was almost really banking on Sean Astin being like almost covert in some way.
Yeah.
My money.
It still hasn't come up in 7 episodes, but that's my thought, is that he's some sort of like whatever CIA or plan or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a twist at the end.
Oh gosh, there's things I want to. What are all the big things that have happened?
I've only seen 2 episodes.
So
what are the big things that have happened?
He's seeing the new monster, the Lovecraftian monster,
right, the big like spider thing.
Yeah. He's going to all the fields are getting torched by some kind of weird goop.
Yep.
And
Ain't no pumpkins for Halloween.
Yeah.
Except they go and they have these party scenes, and there's pumpkins all over the place.
They had to go to the town over to get the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. And then, he spills all the wine or punch on her shirt, and she gets all upset.
Oh. And then all of a sudden,
drunk.
She gets it spilled on her, and then she walks to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, it's the entire shirt.
Yeah.
Way more spillage.
And the parents of the worst character ever on a TV show are going to go try to find her, even though she's dead.
Oh,
what's her? Barb,
parents.
I just, and again, I'm joking, and she's fine. It's just, I don't get the whole, like, she was a wet blanket. I'm sorry, she was a party pooper, and she deserved to die.
Is that true?
Yes.
So when you go over to your friend's house and they go have sex and leave you up by the pool, that you deserve to die?
Dude, you know what? If I'm by the pool, they're going to have sex. Good for them. I'm going to hang out, mingle, chill, get drunk,
That's
whatever.
fair. I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm not going to get butt hurt that my buddy's having
champ.
sex.
You're a champ, Trey.
I am a champ. I'm there for my friends, okay?
You need a ride to go see your girl.
Yeah.
Trey got you.
Dude, gotcha.
He'll hang out on the diving board.
Dude, I'll be at the diving board, have some beer. I'll maybe cut myself going to the other place, you know? It's all good.
You'll cut yourself?
Yeah, well, she gets a little cut, and she's like, oh, my God. I can't even wrap a bandage right. I'm so lame. Yeah. Idiot.
Anyways, hopefully we'll all have seen maybe the whole thing
Yeah.
the next...
Yeah.
Same here. Maybe we'll do a review of Stranger Things.
Also, you guys, I don't mean to ruin this for you, but 11 learns a new skill where she can just, like, disappear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My favorite scenes in movies and TV shows all the time is you go, you talk, you see someone, you talk to someone else, you look back, and they're gone.
Oh, yeah, like with the swing
like
set.
Batman and all that kind of stuff, where, like, in real life, you see the reverse angle, and they just
running away.
There's a I don't know what website it's on. I think it's like College Humor, but they do like this live action Batman thing, and they kind of play that a few times.
Yeah.
Like he like disappears and goes like, "What?" And Batman's like, I'm just trying to. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Adam. Good stuff. What else you guys been watching?
I'll tell you what I watched.
Yeah,
I watched Trey Mitchell on stage.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Yeah. Did my level 1 showcase for improv.
Yeah.
Give us your review, Adam.
Yeah, give us the review.
Trey did great, you guys.
Oh,
Not just being nice. He was really good.
oh thank you.
Your whole class was really good.
Yeah, the class was a really good class. And, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you guys were there. Thanks for coming. You and Austin and Logan was there. It was cool. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Sorry I couldn't make it, Trey.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be there next time.
It's all good, man. I understand you're busy.
Yeah.
Got to paint your house and all that, right?
Laying floors.
Laying tiles, trying to knock out walls to get more room, get a more open kind of area, you know?
All
sort of
that
an
stuff.
open theme.
Open concept.
Yeah, open
for
concept.
sure.
You know, maybe one room could be like a beach room. The other room can kind of be more of the kind of the lounge area. You know,
Yeah.
kind of have a breakfast nook in the corner.
We built an atrium in the middle of the house.
Good. Get that
real focal point.
Yeah.
But you can't have a house if you don't have a man cave.
Yo,
Where are we gonna go? Where are the
You
boys gonna come?
guys, I'm
Saturdays are
telling
for
you.
the boys.
Saturdays are for the boys.
I'm telling you, Marcus High School is upgrading their portable units. I got a used one from them for on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have a nice little portable in the back.
Get a little some brews in there. Get a little
With
brew
nothing
maker.
but posters of Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Budweiser.
Oh, King of Beers.
And there's a lock on the door. Guess what that four number key code is?
420.
69.
5 numbers.
It's
69.
Oh yeah, it's 5 numbers. 42069.
Yeah.
Woo! And twins.
Twin. Sounds awesome. I'm excited for the man cave.
Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Besides that, I've just been watching Breaking Bad, been watching
Nice.
Curb, been watching Nathan For You.
Yeah, I've been watching Curb as well. I just forget to mention that.
That's okay.
But Curb. I'm going to be watching some more. I'm working on another video. I just posted a video. Video game film school of films that influenced Metal Gear Solid 2. So if you have 17 minutes to waste, you can go watch that. It's on Cray Trey on go to iTunes or YouTube and just search Cray Trey 1310. I think it's or just Cray Trey. And you'll
How
find
many
me.
YouTube channels do you have?
Oh no. I just say Cray Trey. I don't know if it's 1310 or not, but you'll find
But you have multiple.
So I have Cray
accounts.
Trey. I have Cray Trey Fun Zone. That's where I post non-video
Ticket
game,
stuff?
ticket stuff, and just sort of non-video game, kind of just stupid videos that I don't want to kind of put on my channel, the main channel. Then I have Super Gamescast 64
Right.
and Super FilmsCast 64,
Right.
where I load our podcast on there. I want to get sort of a banner thing for our, just so it looks nicer, the thumbnails look nicer. I want to try to get like a cool like animation of us or a cartoon of us, and then kind of as a border. So it'd be a border with maybe like us on the bottom of the border, maybe a logo that says Super FilmsCast. It would be the same as Super Gamescast. And then for the picture, we maybe have a movie we're talking about, or for like the Gamescast, like a video game we're talking about, something like that. So it's a little more pop to it, a little better visually, because right now it just looks generic as hell. I just wanted to upload them up, and so they're all up there, but I want to make them kind of look nicer eventually.
Let's get a caricature artist.
Okay, I got a buddy who can do it. Just have to pay him.
Well,
Or we got Austin too.
I want someone. I want to go to a fair.
Yeah.
And I want to get a caricature artist.
Yeah.
And I want him to say, "Be as mean as you can to me," and just draw me.
See, I don't have to tell them to be mean to me. They're just mean to me.
Yeah.
I had one in my high school prom, and they did me, and I was upset the rest of the night.
Oh no!
It
On
was not
prom,
great. Yeah, it was prom night.
they brought in a caricature
They
artist
did
to prom?
on prom night.
Did
and
they just have like 5 people behind you laughing?
It was bad. It was like
This guy took your date, loser.
yeah,
It was like
bad.
you bench pressing, but there was not any weights
No,
on it.
there wasn't.
And you were like, "I'm too weak."
Well, it was just every single, like, there's a lot of problems I have with my face, and the guy just over exaggerated every single issue I have.
Well,
So it was great.
that's
It's
what
just
those guys are
awesome.
made for. They're just like, let
You're
me find your
supposed to
flaws.
make me look hot, not normal,
Well, you
not how I
should-
really look.
You should see the neck that people draw on me.
You know?
It's like it's like Mr. Incredible neck. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. My neck is fat.
I don't notice your neck at all. I've never noticed that.
No,
Muscular
but
neck.
that's what caricature artists notice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what their job is, to go take all of your flaws, exaggerate them, and then make you play water skiing.
And then ask, $15, please. Water
Yeah.
skiing.
Water skiing.
Always water skiing. Who water skis?
I don't know. Some people do.
But yeah, just ask Zach what his dance schedule is, because every festival he dances at, there's some sort of caricature
Dude,
artist.
yeah, I need to go to that. Yeah, bring that up. What was the whole thing with Zach? He was at
Yeah,
dance.
he's at the state fair doing his Ukrainian dance.
Yes, everyone goes check that out. Zach Dayton doing Ukrainian dance at the state fair. I don't know how
Yep.
they can check that out
Until next year,
until next year.
at the Texas State Fair.
Yeah, go there next year at the Texas State
Closing
Fair.
weekend.
Yeah.
Spencer, what have you been watching?
I didn't mention that I watched My Own Private Idaho last. That was
What is that movie about? I've heard
My Own
of it.
Private Idaho.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of I think it's one of River Phoenix's last
Okay, it
movies.
is River Phoenix. Okay.
River
yeah.
Phoenix and Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
They are
Whoa.
2 young gay male prostitutes
Yeah, okay. I
who basically learn it's just basically following them.
they learning the Matrix.
Yeah. So they come
them.
from
Learning kung fu.
yeah. So they're learning the tricks of pulling tricks
Yep.
and hustling, and from totally different backgrounds. River Phoenix is trying to find his mom. Keanu is from a very well-to-do family. His dad is like the mayor, I think. It just follows them, and it's kind of it's a powerful movie, man.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
It's what year was it made? Was this like during the 80s?
I think it was
the
like-
AIDS era.
I think it was like 91.
Okay, so it was like during the AIDS sort of. What did
Yes.
it deal with that or?
I honestly missed like the first like 20 or 30 minutes. I
Okay.
walked in on Lexi watching
alright.
it. Walked in on her
Oh.
watching basically gay porn.
I don't mean to, and I don't mean to just assume every movie about gay people's AIDS. I just
No.
figure with the time period.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, you guys have gotten to the point in Stranger Things where they reveal that he has AIDS the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean,
that's
yeah.
a shock.
Yeah, it's very shocking.
It's what the metaphor
like-
is.
It's just it's a whole AIDS metaphor.
yeah.
But I would highly recommend it. I think that's I mean, besides Stand By Me, I think that's like the first River Phoenix movie that I'd seen.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you see it, and he's a very talented actor, and it's like, it sucks to think about overdose and just losing young talent like that. I mean, it's sad.
Definitely is.
What could have been?
What could have been?
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Yeah. Paul and sorry. Yeah. Anything else? So okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. You watched Antichrist.
Yes, I was basically force-fed Antichrist.
I'll tell you, Lexi. She's a very
what is she, Trey?
Interesting lady. She's awesome.
Yeah,
she's cool.
Shut up.
Oh, right in my veins.
Look,
yes.
Adam's weird. Adam's a weird guy. No, she's really cool. Like she seems like a cool person.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I'm not saying if you
nice.
like that movie. I'm not saying if you like the movie you're cool, but I'm just saying that like it's not a lot of girls know what Antichrist is and want to watch it.
What's the minute mark right now? I want to know where to tell Lexi to jump to.
Stop this! I'm just complimenting a human being.
No, I appreciate it. No, I think my wife's
You're
very
cool too, Spencer. You're
well.
cool too. You want me to start going on you? Spencer, you're a cool guy. You're funny. You got a good sense of humor. I like you, Spencer.
Trey,
now it's balanced.
I love you. But yeah, Lexi really likes Lars von Trier. However you say his name. Lars von Trier. And she made me watch, well, I wasn't against it, watching Melancholia, one of his depression movies. It was depressing. I won't watch Nymphomaniac.
Yeah, that's too much.
But I did watch some unsimulated sex in Antichrist with that big, huge Willem Dafoe dong.
Just the balls, just slow motion Willem Dafoe balls.
If you haven't seen it or if you haven't heard, Willem Dafoe, it looks like he has the real life Green Goblin's dong. Like it's a monster. Like what you would expect a supervillain penis to look like. That's Willem Dafoe's meaty schlong.
Okay.
But I mean, the movie aesthetically is incredible. It's very beautifully shot. The performances are outstanding. Willem Dafoe and Gainsbourg, what's her name? Christine or Caitlin? I think it's something Gainsbourg, who's in all of his movies. Incredible performances, but my God, it goes off the rails. All of a sudden, a fox says, "Chaos reigns," and then it's like, all right, everything's cuckoo bananas now, and it's gruesome. It's one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's for sure. What did you think the whole thing was about?
Dude, I don't know. I assume it's like, okay, it's about depression and dealing with depression, but it's so supernatural and insane that it's obviously more than that. I don't understand any of the subtext or, what he's really trying to say, but I mean, I get the very general trying to deal with depression themes. But yeah, I don't know. I need to like read about it and see what he has said and what other people have said about it, but I was in no place to take in any more information about that movie last night.
Okay, Spencer, so I have an idea for a new segment.
Okay.
On this. It's whenever you review a movie. Did you fall asleep during it?
I did fall asleep during it.
Yes!
I fell asleep. So there's 4 parts and then 3 or 4 parts and then an epilogue. I fell asleep in the middle part. The movie starts. Are you gonna watch the movie?
Well, I mean, I would have to go over to your place to watch it, so you'd have to watch it
no,
again.
I could give you my Amazon login. I've got it for like another 24 hours.
Okay.
So you could watch it.
I'll try.
You don't have to. You can rent it on Amazon for $4 if you want.
Okay.
But the movie takes place. It's this couple and their kid falls out of the window and dies. That's how it starts. And then it's the
Stole
husband
that from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, total ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
But Willem Dafoe is a therapist, and he basically breaks all the rules and decides that he's going to make his wife his patient. And they go up to this cabin to help her work through her emotions and dealing with grief and dealing with her depression of losing her child. It doesn't work.
Oh, no.
Spoilies.
Oh, no.
Doesn't work.
All right. Antichrist.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Oh,
about
but I fell asleep during the middle part.
So did you catch the infamous scene?
Yes.
You saw the bean
Yes.
getting cut.
Saw it go bye-bye. That wasn't even the worst part for me,
What
though.
was the balls getting...
No. Don't spoil it for Adam.
All right.
Like,
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
bean cut, already spoiled, but, like, the scene that I'm talking about...
I might have blacked it out. I might have repressed this.
Do you remember what happens when the things officially start going off the rails?
I think there's, like, kind of...
They're in, like, the shack.
I think I remember something about clocking, maybe? Like, with the feet? Am I on the right track?
There's something like that, but I'll talk to you offline.
Talk to me offline. All fair.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Anyway.
We doing news?
News.
All right, you guys. Box office. Starting off. The biggest box office hit of the weekend was Jigsaw.
Oh.
Nailed it.
16.2. We all got it right. So now our standings are 2 to 1 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Spencer in the lead.
2 points.
Second was Boo 2 A Medea Halloween.
Again.
$10 million. He makes it on like he used to do it on like theater sets, and now here he is making millions.
Have you seen
that Tyler
Boo,
Perry.
Medea Boo
Gosh.
1, the first Medea Boo
I haven't
movie?
seen any Tyler.
Have I?
Well, hold on. He was in Star Trek, so I can't say I haven't seen.
He
any
was
Tyler
also
Perry
in...
movies.
He was in Gone Girl.
Yeah, he was in Gone Girl.
He's in Gone Girl as well. You're right.
I watched the CinemaSins of Boo Halloween, and that seemed like a horrible sequel to a movie, so like I could just wonder what this movie is.
Oh, boy.
It looked like one of those like the fourth movie in like a series. Like the first movie was pretty good, then like the fourth one that looked like a sequel, like to a movie that was like a franchise that had lost its way. So I wonder what a sequel to that sequel is.
Wait, you're telling me that the Medea franchise has lost its way?
I'm saying it lost its way before it even started.
It's not as pure as it once was.
No, man, it used to be about like
Medea freaking sold out.
it used to be about family.
Gosh.
Hallelujah. Geostorm came in third with 5.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to lose Warner Brothers and Skydance $100 million on like $125 million budget.
So I'm wondering though, Blade Runner bombed, they said, right? But it made its money back. I think. I mean, I know internationally
maybe with
it did.
international stuff, yeah.
But it still says it's a bomb. So like, how much money do you need to make for it to be a success?
I think as long as you break even,
Yeah.
nobody's going to complain.
And I mean, let's be honest, guys. In Hollywood, no movie makes
No.
money
Except for
because
Star
of the
Wars.
accounting tricks they play to avoid paying.
Oh, right.
all
That's
the
right.
taxes and stuff.
Yes.
Every movie loses money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, guys.
No, I got it. You just kind of left hanging. Speaking of movies that may or may not make money, Solo, a Star Wars story.
It's not going to make any money.
Well,
Yeah.
new reports are coming out
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
saying that at least 80% of it was reshot when they brought in Ron Howard and possibly doubled their budget.
Jeez.
So, I mean, it'll still make money
Yeah.
because it's
Right.
a Star Wars movie.
Right, so it doubled the budget to what, 200 million?
Uh,
It'll still make 500 million.
yeah. But that's crazy.
Watch. They kind of recasted it, and Tom Hanks is now on Solo.
Lord Miller shot for 4 months.
Yeah.
They had like 3 weeks left of shooting. And now Ron Howard, they just wrapped after shooting for 4 months.
Yeah.
Which I guess the big complaint, that got Lord Miller kicked off was that they weren't doing as many setups to make a movie of that size.
Yeah.
So you have to almost go back and do it. But also,
Yeah.
apparently, the guy who plays Han Solo sucks, didn't know what he was doing.
Mhm.
Plus, they bring in Ron Howard to do.
I bet Ron Howard could do all right with an actor, like, performances and stuff like that. Like, Ron Howard's fine with probably that stuff.
Yeah, he was Opie.
Yeah, he was Opie. I like Ron Howard. I'm a Ron Howard P1.
I like Ron Howard. I wouldn't say I'm a P1.
Did you like The Grinch?
Yeah,
I love
The Grinch.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Maybe a little spoiler to.
Where would you
Christmas
rate
time.
it on your Green Monster movies?
My Green Monster movies?
Yeah.
So you got The Grinch, you got Godzilla, you got
Incredible Hulk.
You got what other green monsters we got?
What other green monsters?
Creatures of like the Black Lagoon.
Famous green monsters that have layers.
Oh, Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shrek's number 1.
And then you got Fever Pitch, where they get married at Fenway.
Definitely.
Yeah, you got the big green monster. I guess, yeah. Or any Ben Affleck movie, yeah. You got that.
The Town.
Hey, it's a green monster. Nahaba. Anyway, go on with your news.
Well, Willem Dafoe has a green monster.
Jeez, he was a green goblin. He's got that green monster under his legs.
Thick.
It's thick. Just explaining the joke.
Hey, you guys, let's talk about Kevin Spacey.
Oh boy,
gosh.
Yeah, so he's been Cosbying
little kids,
not little kids,
14-year-old kids.
I mean, they're still tots in my eyes.
until the day they turn 18.
They're
They are
tots. Little
toddlers.
I'm not surprised.
Does it make you view
No, because I'm not surprised at all.
American
what's
Beauty?
So
I'm not surprised. Again, let me reiterate. It doesn't change anything because I'm not surprised. Because I've heard that about him before.
Right. It was kind of an open thing.
And not that he's gay, that he younger men.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
yeah, I wasn't aware of that. And let me say, my world is rocked to the core.
In 2000,
Can't watch 7 anymore.
I've lost my favorite actor.
Oh no.
So, you can't like gay actors?
I lost him to sin. No, it's definitely bizarre. And then the timing of him saying, "Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm living as a gay man now."
Yeah. If I was gay, I would be furious.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, people
Because he's trying. Well,
Yeah.
I know. Like Zachary Quinto and stuff came out with stuff saying it. It's just like trying to deflect.
Yeah.
From like very serious allegations.
Yeah.
And
it's
also,
weak.
his defense, in case you haven't seen it, he apparently took a 14-year-old boy and made some sexually aggressive moves towards him, and has been kind of doing this consistently with people in and around the business and that sort of thing. Getting
He's
them
good
drunk,
buddies
giving
with-
them
Yeah.
drugs.
He's good buddies with the
Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer, who's another. Did you ever see that documentary about Bryan Singer and all that?
I haven't seen the documentary about it.
I forgot the name. It's on YouTube because it wasn't released anywhere. But it's about sort of this whole underbelly of Hollywood.
Oh, I was
it's-
reading a bunch of articles today about all that.
And it
sort of
sucks
stuff.
because like we all love movies, and hell, I would love to make a movie. I'd love to work in the business, but
What,
it's
you're
like-
not going to suck Kevin Spacey's
no,
wing?
well, no, it just sucks that like that stuff comes with it. Like
Right.
that stuff is around.
Oh, no.
yeah.
It's all. And you know what? Good. Let's expose
Yeah, no,
all
I'm
this
with
stuff.
you. We need to expose it.
Corey Feldman wants to expose it. He wants $10
yeah.
million for a documentary about pedophiles.
Yep, he does.
in
That'll
Hollywood.
sell.
Way to go, Corey Feldman.
Way to go, Corey.
Saying
As long as he gets, if
Emma
he's
Watson's really talks about that too. Emma Watson does.
if Corey
From
Feldman
Harry Potter.
scores that documentary himself with his own original music, then I'm in.
Yeah.
I will see it.
Mm-hmm.
also in 2005, Family Guy did a Kevin Spacey joke.
Oh yeah. What was the joke?
Stewie runs through them all naked, and he's like, "Help! I just got out of Kevin Spacey's basement."
Yeah.
Oh,
If only I wonder if they made any jokes about
Weinstein?
about Seth MacFarlane's failed Star Trek ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his wife is his co-captain, his ex-wife.
Wow.
Who would have thunk?
The Orville was getting higher ratings than the MLB playoffs at one point.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
not the World
World
Championship.
Series.
Okay.
No, but earlier in the playoffs.
I believe that 100%.
2017. It's been a great year for the horror business.
It is.
It's the biggest year in box office history for horror movies.
They sell, baby.
$733 million, led by Get Out and It.
And they're two good movies. I mean, Get Out's great. Like, and we talk about people, bad movies getting big box office success. I mean, those are two really good movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little overhyped, but it's good. But Get Out's great.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, they're great movies getting great buzz and success. But it is weird. It's the horror movie that's the big one nowadays.
Right. So, do you think we see more horror movies? Do you think this is going to lead to a big investment in
Of
horror?
course, because some guy in the boardroom over at XYZ Productions would be like, hey, we got to make more horror movies. Horror sells, and then we're going to get completely over inundated with horror movies, and then we'll hate them, and then we'll on to the next one.
Simon Pegg jokingly wrote a treatment, From Dusk Till Shaun, a vampire sequel to Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. So
I'm in.
Who knows? If it happens, I would be there so fast.
Yeah.
Yes. That brings up I didn't have a costume for my office Halloween party last Thursday. So I was thinking, what do I have that I could just make a costume? And I found, I could be Shaun of the Dead.
Just a white shirt with a little
red tie.
Short, yeah. I got the red on me and the red tie, and 80% of people thought I was a Mormon.
Huh.
Or are you Mormon? And it's like, you think I'm just going to put on a red name tag that says Sean if I'm going as Mormon? Like, this was intentional, clearly. But no, I'm trying to save your life from eternal damnation.
It's like when I go to Whole Foods and they have everyone has badges on, and I go, oh, do you think you have too many pieces of flair there? And they're like, what? I was like, never mind, just ring me up. They don't get the Office Space reference.
I was Stanley Yelnats from Holes at my Halloween, and people thought I was just like some sort of Guantanamo Bay escapee. I had a shovel.
Yeah.
And my shoes were filled with sand.
What did your tag say?
It said caveman.
That's great.
You just needed another little companion going.
Right.
I'm zero. I'm zero.
Kid,
and then maybe I carried
maybe could have gotten Austin and yeah.
You needed some splooge is what you needed.
I needed my can of peaches.
Man.
Or get me Rick Fox accusing me of stealing his shoes.
Walking down the street in cleats like some freaking weirdo. Look at these cool shoes. I can tap in them.
Them sweet feet shoes. Speaking of Halloween costumes, Gwyneth Paltrow, there's a picture of her Halloween costume.
What was it?
She was just wearing regular things, and then she had a little box on her head, and her head was in the box.
That's good. Props to Gwyneth Paltrow. I like that.
But
it's funny.
Poor timing with the spacey news.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can still watch Seven all right.
No, all movies are bad now.
Yeah, they're all terrible. I wonder, what... because I feel like Cosby Show, I can't watch that again. But I don't feel any effect to Seven or something with this.
Also, part of Cosby's appeal was just like, hey, I'm the wholesome family guy. In Seven, Kevin Spacey is literally a murderer.
Yeah, very true too.
So
it's
you can be
different.
like, oh yeah, I hate you for more reasons.
Yeah, very different. Yeah.
Trey, can you get us ready for this next story that we discussed before? What did we do before the show, Trey? We tried it a bunch of times.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll get ready for that. Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so as we all know, our big anticipated movie this year that all of us are really excited to see is The Disaster Artist.
Yes.
With James Franco playing the famous role of Tommy Wiseau in the horrible best worst movie, The Room. And if you don't know kind of the lore of The Room, Tommy Wiseau took out a billboard in Hollywood forever, just with a phone number that says, hey, call this number if you want to have a screening.
It was 5 years he kept it up.
It was a long time.
In Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, in elite
prime real
space.
estate.
Yeah. And so it was kind of like a landmark of Hollywood at that time. So to promote the Disaster Artist, they put up basically the exact same billboard, just with James Franco in the place of Tommy Wiseau. Seth Rogen and some of the other people from the movie sent out a photo of the billboard with the caption, "Call this number and maybe James will answer." So now I believe if Trey is ready, we're going to give a call and see if we get James Franco on the phone. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And in order to hit a home run, sometimes you just got to call James Franco.
You got to call him because he can hook you up with the PEDs. He's got those connections.
We're calling.
I'm going to ask him so many questions.
What was it like cutting off your arm?
Also, yeah, if he gets on, do not hang up on him for anything.
You've reached voicemail of Tommy Wiseau. I'm a very busy guy. Maybe on another call, or maybe just don't want to talk to you. I'm joking, my friend. Leave me a message.
The mailbox is full and cannot.
Mailbox is full.
Let's
Can't
try
even-
again.
Believe it.
Well, Spencer does not want to hear a single thing about the movie before he sees it, so maybe he shouldn't have listened to that great James Franco, Tommy Wiseau.
Luckily, I'm not wearing headphones, so I kind of just
Yeah,
heard
you didn't hear it.
The mailbox is full. What about maybe next time? We'll try every week until it comes out.
Yeah.
Single week we'll try, and we'll get him one day. We'll get him on the show. Okay, I promise.
I'll
That's,
shoot
that's
him
a
in-
promise for the show.
I'll shoot him an email
Yeah,
as well.
I'm excited. I saw that. I saw the trailer for during Killing of a Sacred Fox, and it was great.
It
And
is
excited.
really weird to kind of, because every time I've watched it, was it in front of American Made? Because you left.
It was in front of the room screening that I.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
was
that
in.
that was what you left.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the first time that I saw it in a theater that was not filled with Room fans.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like, most of these people, when I went to go see Killing of a Sacred Deer, there was just a bunch of old people.
I was actually with there was like a kid maybe a little few years older than me, and then there was like I think a young couple behind me, and they laughed. So
Okay.
it was. I think
Because I just wonder what that would look like to someone who has no idea what the Room is.
Yeah, I have no idea how this will perform financially.
How much was the budget?
I don't think it was a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of friends making it, so
Yeah.
they're probably not demanding a bunch because it's kind of like a little passion project for all of them.
I bet you get some Oscar buzz though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of already is.
Yeah.
Just from all of its festival performances.
And also, you know what Hollywood loves more than movies?
Movies about making movies?
Exactly.
Yes. So I definitely think it has the potential to, if the hype is real.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I hope to God it is. I haven't been so excited for a movie.
Oh, and so long. I just don't know if it can. I don't know if it can let me down because all I want is for it to be fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's no way it's not going to be.
I was anticipating Blade Runner. Like I was like, okay, this I'm anticipating it, but this is more like, yeah, I'm really excited to watch this. Like there's not anything, no baggage to it. You know what I mean? Like there's not like any expectations of this needs to be really great and this can't ruin the other because there's no other movie it's gonna ruin except for you can't ruin the Room.
Right.
So I mean, it's
the Disaster Artist is like it's a thing that you were just excited because it was happening.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to be, because that's part of so much of the fun of the Room is just learning all of the insane backstory to it all.
And have you finished the book?
Yeah, I finished the book.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me borrow it.
I will. Gina's reading it right now.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Oh, Lexi's awesome, but my girlfriend gets a,
your
oh,
girlfriend
God.
is I like Gina a lot, too. She is very funny and very nice and very cool.
I think Gina's nice.
All girlfriends are cool.
All girlfriends are cool.
Dude, that's not true. There are some lame girlfriends out there.
Like who?
A girlfriend has no name.
Anyway.
I couldn't find any budget stuff.
Don't worry about it.
All right, so upcoming this week.
This week.
So we're doing a competition to see who can guess what movie makes the most money every week.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler, your boy's gonna win again.
All right. This week, it's easy. We got Daddy's Home 2 coming out.
Oh, that's it. Done.
A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah, let's make a sequel to that movie.
Apparently, there's a lot of bad moms out there.
A lot of bad moms,
It's
bad
so
grandpas, bad
funny.
grandmas.
Yeah.
Bad sisters.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Are they? All right, I got a question about that. Since it's a remake, are they going to change the ending? Because you could just find the ending. And it's like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I need to see it. Like, because that's like a remake of an old movie, right?
Well, yeah, there's
But it's a mystery.
But you don't have to completely change the story because you can seek and find the ending.
But if the whole movie is about a mystery,
Spider-Man's gonna win at the end, Trey.
but it's it's a mystery movie. You're supposed to have a mystery solved, and if the mystery's already been solved, then what's the point?
Trey,
That's a good point.
I'm really tired, and I had a Sudafed, so keep going.
all right.
Call the studio.
Thor Ragnarok.
Ragonk.
Oh,
Thor Ragnarok
Or Ragonk.
is also coming out this week. It's also coming out on Halloween, so its opening day is going to be a Tuesday.
are they just gunning for that largest Tuesday in history or something?
It may be
Largest Wednesday.
largest Halloween movie of all
I
time.
could see that. Yeah. I mean, obviously Thor.
Get all those people dressed up. Yeah, okay. So Trey says Thor.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Thor Ragonk.
Okay.
Though it is Oh, never mind. Yeah, Thor.
I'm also going to say Thor, but
Okay.
maybe this won't count towards the year-long total. But what would you think comes in second
Between
out of anything?
Anything. I say Jigsaw because it is Halloween.
Trey wants Jigsaw again.
You know what? How about this? If there is a movie like that, let's pick the second one. If we know it's going to be the biggest one, let's pick the second one.
I think that's a interesting thing. Maybe for a half point.
Okay, half point, pick the second one.
If it's the second one. If
Okay.
we all pick the same one, we go to the next one.
Okay.
Or we could always have a winner if we do that.
Mhm.
Just keep going until
Yeah.
we diverge.
Okay.
I don't know.
that's good.
Okay, Spencer,
I'll also go Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. I'm going to take Daddy's Home 2,
Okay.
a nice PG movie
All right.
for the whole fam.
Oh.
Because by the time it gets to the weekend,
Yeah, you're
again,
right. It won't be Halloween anymore.
it's not going to be Halloween anymore.
But-
Sorry, guys. You already voted.
All right.
Daddy's
Ooh.
Home 2.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the news.
Good news. Did you want to play a little game? Did you want to play some the title game?
Yeah, so let's play Build the Title.
Okay.
So we did this last time.
Okay, yeah.
Where you go and I say the title of a movie and you guys build off of it,
Mm-hmm.
either using the end of the title of another movie or the beginning of another. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's easy to do in practice.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can also use the last syllable of a word.
Okay.
The beginning or last syllable. We'll come to that. So the one I'm going to do is going to be Home Alone.
Daddy's Home Alone.
Daddy's Home Alone in the Dark.
Daddy's Home Alone in the Dark Night.
Big Daddy's Home Alone in the Dark Night.
Big Daddy's Home Alone and the Dark Nightmare on Elm Street.
Big Daddy's Home Alone. Nightmare on Elm Street Car Named Desire.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Oh, I can't add it on there. Big Daddy's Home Alone
In the Dark. Night. Mare on Elm Street.
on Elm Street.
Car named
named Desire. I think I'm stuck.
Okay. Trey, do you have...
Now, can I do big?
Yeah, you can do one that ends in big.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of a movie that ends in big. I can't just say big like the movie
No,
Big.
yeah, you can't just say
Yeah.
big.
You put like emphasis on it. Big Daddy's.
Big.
Double points.
Only thing I can think of Desire is at the Wings of Desire. Oh man, what's a thing that's as big?
I don't think I have one either.
No, I don't have one. That might be it.
I was trying to think. Siren.
Oh, you
Is Siren a movie?
It might be.
Oh,
I bet it is.
Streetcar named Desire, but it's not Desire.
Oh, Desire.
Desire.
But it'd be Ire.
Ire.
Ireland.
Ireland.
A documentary.
movie.
Irishman.
Look at the
is
Irish.
an upcoming Scorsese
Irishman.
Irishman.
Yeah, it's an upcoming Scorsese. Do we do upcomings or only releases?
Let's do it so we can keep playing.
All right.
So
Big Daddy's
Home
Alone in the Dark.
Nightmare
on Elm Street. Car named Desirishman.
Desirishman. Man on Fire.
Okay.
You gotta say the whole thing, Trey.
So Big Daddy. What?
Big Daddy's
Big
Home
Daddy's
Alone.
Home Alone. Nightmare. Home Alone in the Dark. Nightmare on Elm Street. Car named Desirishman. What did I say? Oh, Man on Fire. Desirous Man on Fire.
Man, fire should be easy.
Oh, I know one off the bat.
Fire. The firefighter movie.
Man, I got one, but I'll let you go at it. I mean, yeah, can we help you or no?
I'm out. I lose.
Firestarter.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know Firestarter.
It's Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
She's has psychic powers.
All right. I don't know that one.
Oh. That's a Stephen King book.
Ends in big or starts with
Yeah.
what was it?
Firestarter.
There was in starter.
There was never a Robin Big movie, was there? If so,
isn't there like Think Big maybe or
there's Big Short?
Big Shorty, yeah.
But doesn't work.
Nope.
The big sequel, Really Big.
Oh right. When he
big fat
makes
liar.
the wish to be an old man
who's also enormous.
I'm a giant old man.
No, I think I'm done.
All right, Trey, you're the winner of the inaugural name game.
Well, Spencer, you need to get out. We're going to talk about a movie we just saw.
Well, not yet.
Get out.
Well, hold on.
We gotta do Twitter.
Well, hold on. This is how I'm going to do this.
Okay.
All right, Spencer.
Hope you don't edit this out.
I'm editing this out. Well, Spencer, we're going to talk about a movie you have not seen yet. So get out of here. Get out.
Okay, I'll leave and then I'll be sure to come back for Twitter questions.
Awesome. So we saw a movie, Adam. We did. Called. I keep getting the name confused. It's
Let's see what hilarious combination of words you come up with this time.
Sacrifice of the Slaughtered Lamb.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Part 2, right?
Killing the Sacred Deer, Trey.
Killing of the Sacred Deer. Yes. This is the film by the director of The Lobster.
Yes. Written and directed by... He wrote and directed both.
By The Lobster.
I think he co-wrote.
Yeah, I saw in the credits he co-wrote this one.
Yes.
With some other dude. And that also stars Colin Farrell.
It does. Colin Farrell looking like a real
Muppet.
Snack. He's looking like a snack, man.
A snack.
Yeah.
He's got that beard that's eating his face.
Dude, hunk.
Dude, there's
hunk.
a lot of... Here's the thing. He didn't have as much chest hair as I thought he would.
Yeah, it was managed for sure.
Yeah.
Especially...
Clip that.
Yeah, when they're talking up how much body hair he has.
Like, yeah, Colin Farrell seems like a hairy guy. I'd believe that.
Takes off his shirt.
Yeah, and the kid takes off his shirt, and yeah. So let's get into this movie. The trailers look really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so first I kind of want to lay this out.
Sure.
I want to do something just kind of without spoilers for the very beginning.
Okay.
And then we'll get into it.
Okay.
Because I never would have saw... This is a movie that I think is way better if you know nothing about it going into it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay, we can do that.
So take that as you may.
Yes.
But I never would have seen The Lobster without knowing just a little bit.
Yeah.
So this if you guys want to know nothing, which I would suggest, go to see this with nothing in your mind, and you can just skip this part.
Yeah.
Or if you just need a little synopsis about what this movie is, let's see. So basically what it boils down
And
to...
I'll start doing time codes for both podcasts. So I'll kind of put time codes on so you can check when we're doing the spoilers.
Yeah, just mark it. Spoilers.
We'll do, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so this one, and this is a little bit of a spoiler. It is what the movie's about. Colin Farrell's a doctor who accidentally kills a kid's dad.
I think that's almost too spoilery because they kind of reveal that at the end.
Well, they reveal it like 30, 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
But I don't know how else you describe the plot without it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's important to know. Because I didn't know that, and the first 30 minutes, I thought it was a completely different movie until you realize, okay, it's greed. He's okay. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, Colin Farrell kills this kid's dad in surgery, and then in order to even things out in the universe, Colin Farrell has to kill either his wife or his 2 kids.
Yes.
For some reason. Or they will all die.
Yeah.
So that's that. So now, if just knowing that,
yes,
that's I think is pretty interesting on its own. Maybe pique some people's interest.
Yeah.
Now I think we go full spoilers.
Full spoilers. Because I saw the trailers, and just it was weird.
Right.
The whole movie was, and not even the premise, just the way they were speaking, the dialogue, how they were speaking, how the dialogue was written. It was very weird.
Yeah, it's very stilted dialogue.
Yes.
To where it is, Trey, how was your morning today?
It was fine.
Your morning was fine. That is excellent.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah, it's not even yeah. It's just yes.
Yes.
In fact, it was.
Yes. Yeah. It's weird. And it's off-putting. The whole beginning, I texted you. I thought 20 minutes in, I thought this was a NAMBLA picture because he's like giving this kid gifts and you don't know what's going on, and it's just weird. Like, and they all kind of talk like. I get why the kid would talk like that, but they all talk like that.
Yeah. Every single person in the movie talks in this very like almost like how you would you're in Spanish level 1.
Yeah.
And you go and you translate your sentences, and then if you translate it back to English, it's like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Because it's super unsettling.
Yes.
And it really gives a mood to something that otherwise would not have had a super weird move.
Yeah.
A mood.
And there were a lot of weird camera shots where like it would frame it so there's 2 characters in the frame and it would cut off one character like from the side, and so it's just weird framing that kind of made it awkward. A lot of swelling, a lot of like kind of a camera moving closer and closer, so a lot of things to make you uneasy. Like even from the beginning I was uneasy.
Yeah.
Like when he's meeting this kid, and it's just weird because first of all, you don't really know what's going on. You don't have the information that he's kind of just taking this kid in because he killed his dad. He's feeling guilty.
Right.
It comes off that he's having some kind of relationship with this kid.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
Okay.
I can see how you would.
Maybe it's the whole spacey thing. I don't know. And I was thinking maybe I'm weird. Is that weird that I don't think
it's weird because he does have him like show his body hair to him and things like that. But it's very Colin Farrell, and it's the kid from Dunkirk.
Yes.
The one who gets killed way too easily.
Yeah, and I thought with the trailers, I thought this was the kid from Goosebumps, and he was in Lost. He was Jack's son in Lost.
Oh, okay.
He's a pretty good actor, but I thought that was him for a while because they kind of look similar. But it's not him. It's another kid, and this kid is creepy as all get out.
He's great.
Yeah,
in this movie.
Uh-huh.
So Colin Farrell goes and sees this kid, and he kind of explains it one way to a colleague.
Yeah.
Explains it another way to his wife.
See, that's why I kind of thought it was
another
like
way
that.
to something else, and so he's lying, and then eventually it's revealed
Mm-hmm.
at like the 30-minute mark.
Yes.
Maybe it's the 30 minutes. So Colin Farrell's son all of a sudden can't walk.
Mm-hmm.
And they do all these tests.
I think he's joking around and pranking.
Yeah, they think he's the kid's like doesn't want to go to a
Yeah.
test, doesn't want to do something, but nope, can't walk, can't figure it out. So then this kid sits Colin Farrell down, and he's
Mhm.
like, "Hey, we all know you killed my dad, and now your kids are all going to lose the ability to walk, and then they're not going to eat, and then they're going to bleed out of their eyes, and then both of your kids and your wife are going to die unless you kill one of them first."
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked about this before. Movies that just lay out the rules
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, here's what it is. Let's fucking play
And
ball."
there's no explanation like I put a curse on you and
Right.
I did this thing. It's just this is what it is.
This is what it is. This
Yeah.
is the world. We've established
Yeah.
it, and this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah. I appreciated that. Yeah, and then it starts happening and Colin Farrell is going crazy and there's a lot of like when he talked about his
Dad.
him jerking having his dad, it was weird. Like that was strange, so it starts happening and they eventually kidnap the kid and beat him to death. Okay, I was curious too because he kind of forms a relationship with the daughter,
Right.
and the daughter starts kind of talking weird. Is he possessing her? Because she was saying kind of strange things like, this is what's like she knew what was happening.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I think that he told her
Okay. He told her.
what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, somebody tells the kids
Yeah.
what's going on, and that's one of the coolest parts.
Yeah, because they're
is
kind of.
when the kids learn it, and throughout the movie, it's kind of been established that this kid has long hair, and
Yeah.
Colin Farrell doesn't like that he has long hair, and that he doesn't water the plants and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And so now
Perfect
he goes
child, yeah.
and he goes and he crawls across the floor because he can't use his legs, and he cuts his hair.
When just a
and-
great haircut for just a pair of scissors and nothing else.
He
Yeah.
looks great.
Just
and then he's
great.
like, "Dad, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go water the plants as
Mhm.
soon as I can," and because he's fighting for his life.
Yeah.
He knows that his dad has to kill one of them. And then his wife Nicole Kidman,
Yes.
who's also great
Yeah.
in this movie,
Really great.
Uh,
She's 50.
yeah,
Yeah. Just turned 50 this year.
yeah. Those boobies though, not 50.
No.
Those are not 50-year-old boobies. They're fresh. And
That
they're
was weird too. How she just laid in bed and he just
Right. It's just that's just a
That's
weird
just
way
it.
that they have
and
sex
the
because then
daughter
the girl
did the same thing.
She does the exact same thing.
which
Yeah,
was weird.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like just weird, kind of unsettling stuff. And then so Nicole Kidman goes and she finally has this big moment where she is finally gonna reveal something to Colin Farrell, and she's like, "I think you should kill one of the kids. We can still have babies. We
Yeah.
can replace them." And it's just like, whoa, that's so crazy
Yeah.
and insane. I loved this movie.
Yeah.
Legitimately, it is my favorite movie of the year.
Wow. Really?
Really.
Okay.
I think it's so original
Uh-huh.
and just cool, and it does everything that I love for a movie to do, where it just kind of turns things just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and the plot's pretty simple to what it all boils down to, but they do a good job of I think it's a very tight story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I loved it. And you were saying it's not that fun. I think there's a ton of dark humor.
Like when he's dragging the kid. That was
Yeah.
kind of I heard some chuckles in the
Yeah.
crowd for that.
kind
What
of
other-
like any time they're crawling around.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of just anytime they talk, it's funny because they do it in this weird stilted.
Is that his style of writing or?
It's sort of
Mm-hmm.
because The Lobster is kind of similar, not to this extent though.
Okay.
But everything is very matter of fact.
I need to see the Lobster.
The Lobster's really cool.
Maybe I can form a better opinion if I see that. I don't know. I'm not a big Colin Farrell fan, though. I can't tell you I've seen a lot of his movies.
You should check out In Bruges.
In Bruges? Okay, In Bruges? All right.
I
I'll check that out.
That's a really great, really funny movie. I think he's a really good actor.
Okay.
And also, I may not think he's the most attractive man in Hollywood, but he would probably be who I would choose to look like.
Okay.
If I had to be one.
Uh-huh.
Who would you choose?
If I could choose, probably like, man, what's his name? Deadpool, that guy, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, probably Ryan Reynolds.
I can see that.
Or like Ryan Gosling or something like that. Yeah. You know, kind of cool looking, like could be kind of a funny guy, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Those are good choices too.
Chris Pratt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know, this movie kind of blew me away, and I think a lot of it is because I didn't know much going in. I really want to convince more people to see it because I think it's super interesting.
It's at Cinemark in Plano. I know that.
And I saw it at Angelica in Dallas.
Angelica. There's 2 people in the theater. I feel like I liked it more and more as it went on because at first I didn't. I thought it was a weird thing. I didn't know what was going on as far as like this guy and this kid. And then the pieces start coming together, and just the kids' interactions with the family is strange, but it's like strange in a kind of a good way.
Yeah,
like it's just so like weird, and just the mom is cool with all this, like his mom is, and
right, because his mom's trying to bang Colin Farrell.
Yeah, and then Colin Farrell is just like so prim and proper about everything, and he's just sitting there with his like hands folded and. She's all trying to get on that, and
she's lost weight since the last time you saw her.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool that he kind of didn't, because all these movies you always see the husband kind of, succumb to it, but like showing that he's a loyal husband to his wife, even though they have some weird sex things going on that might need to be, I don't know. And they actually killed the kid. I didn't think. I thought it was going to be Colin Farrell shooting himself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen, but he does it in the most inefficient, worst way possible.
Is so dumb.
Where he just puts pillowcases over all of their heads and kind of like surrounds him in the living room.
Yeah.
He puts a bag over his head and spins around with a rifle, just kind of shoots randomly.
Yeah, really inefficient, and they actually kill the kid.
Yeah, kill shot right to the heart.
And this sounds weird, but I kind of appreciate movies that kill kids or animals.
Yeah,
it sounds like a weird statement, but like I feel
because it's like, oh no, you can't.
Yeah,
don't
can't
kill
do
the
that.
cat.
You can't do that. No, it's real. It's wow. Okay, they did that, and then I like the ending too, where it's I kind of like it when it's just, and I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself because I know when we talked about the snow one. Oh my god.
Snow one.
Yeah, the snow movie. No, the movie about the Native Americans.
Oh, Wind River.
Yeah, Wind River. My complaint was that it was kind of unplausible that he would just leave him up there to die and no police repercussions. But I don't know, for this, it seemed like it was appropriate that it kind of just, that was it. Like it worked as a horror movie, like a horror movie, like a
psychological horror.
Yeah, but what was the one about the eating disorder from Sam Raimi?
Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah, Drag Me to Hell. It was like that, where it felt like that, where the repercussions were real, or they weren't real. It was kind of silly, but you just accepted it.
Yeah, and it like wasn't a game where he was like, ha ha ha, I got it. It's like, everybody got better after he shot the kid. Yeah, and they all just kind of like
go their separate ways.
Their life.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. Like there was no like going to jail, and no one was going to jail. No one was investigating the murders. It was just this is what happened. This is what happened.
Yep.
I do appreciate that in a movie where it's, again, it lays out the rules. It's not going to over-explain things, and it happens, and we're not going to play along with any kind of court hearings. It's just what happened. It's a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does so much well in building tension.
Even from the beginning.
Yeah. From not giving you just enough to be interested while not like giving away anything cool. Like I knew within the first 3 lines, I was like, oh, I am so into this because Colin Farrell's talking like an insane person, and like everybody's doing it, and like to the end where he goes and he does his little spinning shooting thing, and he has to do it 3 times. And it's just like builds, and he shoots, and it doesn't hit anybody. And then you're like, oh, God, I got to go through this again. And it builds, and then it doesn't give you that release. And then you go and you finally get what you want, but it's not really. And it's like, I don't know. I think it does a really good job of all that kind of thing. And any time the kid who, what's his name in the movie? Martin, yeah. Yeah, when he's just like, no. If I bite you, then I need to bite my own arm. This is the metaphor, and he just like rips into his own skin and bites it. Where just anytime he's on screen, he becomes a super cool and good kind of villain because he really cares about the person that he's torturing. And kind of cares about the whole family. He's just like, no, this is just the way it is. You have to do this. These are the rules.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to kind of turn into a obsession kind of thing, like almost like 1 Hour Photo, but it
kind of is.
A little bit, but not to the extent of like, I'm going to kill your family to replace me. No, I'm killing you because you killed my dad. You know, that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
More than anything. What was that? What else was I going to say about this?
How did you like child singing?
Child singing, you know, child singing is child singing.
Let it burn,
it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Child singing is always
super
creepy.
Yeah.
And that was in the trailer too, right?
Right. That was what the trailers were, where it's just a choir singing, not a children's choir. Have you been watching the World Series at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Have you seen those YouTube TV commercials?
I haven't seen that. I've been watching it like on mute on the TV up here, yeah.
Yeah. So they have new YouTube TV commercials where there's like a girls' choir singing Shimmy Ya. I'm just like, oh, God, kill me.
So what do you think it all meant? I guess what do you think there was sort of a bigger message to this, or was it just a cool horror movie? Or
I think it's Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
But with a little more mystical element.
Because I kind of went in thinking this is going to have some kind of big statement.
I think it's kind of a karmic justice.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of statement. I don't know.
I wasn't expecting it. I thought that's what it was going to be.
Right. I'm sure there probably is something
a lot of
deeper
analysis to it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look into it, but I think it works really well at surface level of the story that they're trying to tell.
Yeah. Did you like the big heart at the very beginning?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I liked that a lot.
That's real.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, really? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
I mean, it may not be a human heart. It may be some sort of animal heart, but it definitely looked
real. Yeah,
real.
It was beating.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because at first I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a heart. And I'm like, is this gruesome? Because it's surgery. It's not gruesome. It's just science. This is kind of interesting. And I wasn't like taken aback by it, but I'm just thinking like, as far as just.
Well, it definitely sets the mood.
Yeah.
As just being an unsettling movie. Because it's just super tight in on this heart beating, this open heart as it kind of zooms out.
Yeah.
And then it just goes to the title card. Yeah. And then kind of the movie starts.
And all the credits are silent too.
Right.
Yeah. Which is kind of, I was unsettling getting up and leaving. And okay, well, let's get it.
Yeah.
No, I think I was just, I guess the whole thing at the beginning kind of took me off course because I thought it was going one way. And then as it went on, I kind of went back to liking it, I think.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed it. If you're a horror fan, or I'm definitely going to watch The Lobster now. Yeah. And get that, guys.
You should. Yeah. The Lobster was nominated for original screenplay Oscar.
Yeah, it was.
I think that it's more creative in kind of scope.
Scenario.
So I don't know if this will, but I think it's a much better script than The Lobster. Yeah, but you weren't the only one. And when I went to the bathroom after the movie was out, there was a bunch of guys at the urinal, and one of the guys was like, "Can anyone explain to me what the hell I just watched?"
No, and I got it eventually, but I don't know what it was. I don't know if I'm just weird that
I mean, I know it's not like that you didn't understand what
Yeah.
was happening in the movie.
It was just
but
like,
it's just like
good
why
God.
is all this happening?
Why are they talking like they're robots?
Yeah.
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 It did its job. It really did its job.
Trey,
And, yeah.
I think this is the first movie that I'm going to give 5 laughs and a half
Oh my God.
on this podcast.
All right. I'll give 4 laughs and a halves. Just to not totally copy everybody.
That's okay.
You know?
Right now, number one
Number 1 movie of the year?
while I was in the theater, I was like, I don't know, maybe it's better than Dunkirk. And then there's that final scene where he's just spinning around with a gun. And I was like, oh, this is so much better. This is so cool. I love this.
So much better than Nazis in World War II.
Yeah, you don't even see the Nazis.
Oh, yeah, you don't. No. We need to see Nazis. Kill them.
And it's not like, I don't know, it may not be a better movie than Dunkirk. Like it's
different.
I would say
a
it's
very
not.
different movie.
Yeah, I like it for different reasons other than it
yeah.
being a better movie. But like this is a movie that I would love to show people and like just watch them watch it for the first time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how I feel about like The Room and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of gauge how people respond and if I like those people or not.
Oh, all right.
There's
I'll remember that.
It's a good test.
Yeah. No, it always is. I always do that. Well, yeah. I mean, I remember going on a date with a girl, and I told her that I like Clockwork Orange, and she never talked to me again. So there you go. It's a good gauge as movies.
You didn't want her anyway.
No, I didn't want her anyway. All right. Well, Adam, thank you for having me see this movie, and thank you for watching the movie, and thanks for the review of Rise of the Planet of the Deers, Part 2. Hey, Spencer, how you doing? Good. You come back here. That was a great review of the movie, right, Adam?
Yeah.
I heard
It was great.
everything.
Great review. All right. Well, we got Twitter questions now to end this whole stupid thing.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
I was sitting out there in the hallway alone for what seemed like an hour.
I know. It's been a while.
Spencer was there just drinking so much core hydration water.
yeah,
His pH is so perfect.
yeah.
Right now.
I got like 4 bottles, and I held them like a waiter or waitress will when they're bringing all your stuff. You know, they're really good like that.
Yeah.
And I had a straw in each one, and I
drinking.
had all 4 straws in my mouth at once.
It's great. So Twitter questions. We don't have too many, but
We don't have 2.
yeah. Cal Little, who was on the GamesCast, unfortunately.
Okay, I know that guy.
He says, "What's that one movie called where Arnold Schwarzenegger terminates people?" That's his Twitter question. That's his contribution to the show.
Twins?
Judgment Day?
Yeah, those are good. Next question is Chris Gross. He asks, "Are you down for a Shrek reboot?"
Yes, only if they bring back what's his bucket from the dead.
Who?
You know,
Chris Farley?
Chris Farley to
What's his bucket?
Oh yeah, because Chris Farley was
With the
supposed to be
original
Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was originally supposed to be Shrek. And Lexi asks, "Has a movie ever made you cry? If so, which?"
Air Bud.
Yeah,
Air
Air
Bud.
Bud was sad.
Air Bud and Marley and Me are the only movies that have made me cry.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Well,
even like dogs.
I know you don't. You hate dogs.
Air Bud is more than dogs. It's about kinship.
It's
about-
like kinship.
It's about about what rules are and are not in rule books.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
More specifically, the basketball
whether
rule
dogs
books.
can play middle school basketball.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Well, that was the podcast for this week.
Yeah.
It was fun. We
Cool.
talked a lot about movies
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And films.
and films.
And the Beatles. They're back.
Yes,
Oh,
the
he's
Beatles
back.
are back.
Welcome, Paul.
Hey.
I want to hold your hand.
That's a vampire now. Well, that was Super FilmsCast 64 for another week.
Yeah, what? That wasn't even making fun of you, and now you're mad.
Super FilmsCast 64. Set. Oh, sorry.
What are you-
Keep going there.
What are you watching?
Huh? I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Are you not having fun, Trey?
I'm having a great time.
Where can we find you?
You can find this podcast on iTunes, and you're probably listening to that right now. You can also, and please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of the show.
Smash it.
Smash that subscribe button. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube at SuperFilmsCast64. Just go past all the porn, and we should be there. You find me at CrayTreyVids on Twitter. Adam, where can we find you on Twitter?
I'm at the Fullerton on Twitter.
Okay.
In need of a new picture. It's been you, Darvish, drinking water for a good, 5 years now. Maybe I need a new one.
Maybe.
If you guys have any suggestions.
All right.
Maybe even a Shrek one. Who knows?
Okay. That's fine. We could do that. Spencer, where can
you can find me on Omegle at random.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. Awesome.
Spencer out there spamming with ASLs.
Yeah.
Just want to know where you're from.
Hey.
Hey, just L.
You close?
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Have a great Halloween, and just be safe. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's a road, it's called a rainbow road. And you will know when you get there. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's a road that you go when you die. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's got Princess Peach, Mario, and Toad. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. It's Rainbow Road. It's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I'm with you again, Uncle. It's Rainbow Road, it's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I miss you again, Uncle. Oh, Rainbow Road. Where did you learn the song? It's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road. It is a road that you go. It's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road.
What's that song from?
And you will.
Rainbow Road. I mean.